Jesus' fire. Dear friends, the words of Jesus taken from the Gospel of today, Luke chapter 12, verses 49 to 53, may be very difficult to grasp. I came to cast fire on earth. Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. Jesus is a mystic contemplative, disclosing the wisdom of God through human words. His words must be understood in depth and not at the superficial level. What is a fire he came to cast on earth? John the Baptist pointed out Jesus saying, "He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire." Hence, Jesus' fire is the Holy Spirit. That's the fire which descended on the apostles on the day of Pentecost in the form of tongues of fire. That fire transformed the apostles into brave men and brought about great unity among the people of various cultures and nationalities. Jesus' fire is the fire of transformation and oneness. Jesus speaks about a baptism. I have a baptism to be baptized with. At his baptism at the river Jordan, the Spirit of God, Jesus' fire, was present, bringing deeper relationship and oneness between heaven and earth. The baptism that Jesus mentions in today's gospel is about his death and resurrection. And Jesus said, "When I am lifted up, I will draw all to myself." John 12:32. His ultimate goal and mission is to unite all. St. Paul experienced the fulfillment of Jesus' mission and declared, "Christ is all and in all." The actual situation of the early church is reported in the gospel of today. Father against son, mother against daughter, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. The good news of Jesus' death and resurrection is accepted by some and rejected by others. This brought about a kind of division in the family. Following Christ definitely calls for sacrifice, detachment, and steadfastness. We have a great cloud of witnesses who inspire us along this journey. The apparent division brought about by Jesus in the society teaches us three important considerations. First, in our life, God must be given the first place. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. History teaches us how, in many cases, people had to give up deep relationships and attachment for the sake of the Lord. Francis of Assisi gives up his relationship with his father and his wealth so that he could call God his father. Philip Mulrine was a professional national football player in England, earning millions of pounds and having a great number of admirers. But he met the Lord, which transformed his life. He finally gave up his profession as a football player and made Christ the first in his life. Later, he becomes Father Philip Mulrine. The second consideration, the basis of every relationship, the relationship between son and father, daughter and mother, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, husband and wife, the basis should be Jesus Christ. A priest counselor was counseling a married lady. As the counseling proceeded, the priest felt that the lady was getting more and more attached to him. So he told her, our relationship should not interfere with the relationship you have with your husband, your first love. She replied, my first love is not my husband, but Jesus. Foundation of all lasting relationship is the Lord. The third consideration is that in the end, the final victory is of the Lord. The love of the Lord will conquer all. We see separation and hostilities, wars and killings around us. But all these differences will be resolved and all hostilities dissolved. Evil does not have the last word. Jesus says, I have other sheep that do not come from this sheepfold. I must bring them too, and they will listen to my voice, so that there will be one flock and one shepherd. John 10:16. May Jesus purify and transform us to experience the reality of the one flock and one shepherd. May God bless us all.